I don't know that one. How's it going, whoever you are? I need to take a shot of this screen with my phone because that's the first time I've had that split in the 9 show up as well as it is at the moment. See if I can get that. There we go. It's a hard thing to get to show. What up, Zaphael? Nope, not Canadian, but I do have some Canadian all kinds. He's Canadian. It's a Quebec bank token. Yeah. From 1852. Hey, Rich. How you doing, buddy? I'm doing all right. Just kind of bored. Woke up. Well, I had a pretty good night and then woke up to a disarray almost. Or I woke up and things weren't as I was expecting. And thank you. I finally went out and decided to get the correct tool for the job. So instead of having the scope that involves you being really close to your work, gives you no room to do anything. I went and got one of the ones that gives you like 6 inches in between you and the coin, much faster. I've been having no motivation, man. It's hard for me to fucking get into it now. There's not many people where I live that get into it either. I'm hoping that the coin show next weekend will help. I was debating on sending in some more proof coins for grading, but I don't know. So this one's gonna go. It's a Cameo SMS Lincoln. I wonder if my other scope will do good with Cameo today. Nope, wrong button. Right button. Turns out my scope doesn't want to appreciate that one yet, so we're going to have to do some testing. Damn, Rich. I know, it only sucks because I'm coming off of a pretty decent stellar find. So I'm disappointed in my lack of motivation. It's because that dime I've been showing you guys is actually fucking rather impressive. This one. There's only one graded higher, and PCGS doesn't even have a price for it yet. So I should be excited. I just need to get this out to PCGS, I think. Because this was an eBay cherry pick that I got for that's like $150. But it's damn near top pop. There's one graded at a 67 plus, and this one's a 67. So I got to get that out and reholdered. I'm hoping PCGS is at the show this weekend. And then that way I can show up early as hell day one. Be one of like the first in line if there is a line. See if I can't get them to reholder it and then hopefully flip it there. Or if I can find a dealer who will just appreciate it without having it on the holder, I'd appreciate that. But it seems like it's getting harder and harder to find people who just appreciate the variety because they can tell what the variety is. When oh yeah, those sweet holders. Is it in a rattler? Wow, it was only used for 1 month. It's very interesting. I would imagine that's more than kind of rare. It would be exponentially rare. I got 57. The front's got a blood red toning. Speaking of which, I need to turn up my resolution. I have very poor resolution right now, and I guarantee it. Oh no, I'm at 720. That's doo-doo. That's doo-doo. I'm assuming that this coin was a part of a bulk submission because I highly doubt that by itself there's any chance in hell this coin would get a 67. But I'm assuming it was with a pretty good looking batch. Because look at this thing by the 7 right here. Look at that. I don't think that would get a 67 because of just that right there. Well, if it's in one of their holders, I think they might. Because if you're just getting something reholdered or attributed and it's an easy attribution, such as this one, like this is FS 503, and it's pretty easy to verify. I mean, there's not anything that looks quite like it for the year. So I'm going to see if they'll do that. And I want to talk to Annex because Annex lives or works. They're stationed about a half hour from my house. So I want to go see what's up. See if I can get a job. Maybe. That would be fun. But if not, I'm gonna give that to them at the show, and then I'll have them ship it to me. Unfortunately, I'll pay that little bit of extra because everybody's got to get their monies. So I got a few that need to go, but I have a few that need to go to NGC as well, like the FS 502 right here, for the same year, and mint. This is an S over D. Yeah, for the first one I showed, the first dime, NGC has one graded at a 67 that has sold on eBay, and it is the most expensive RPM ever sold on eBay for the Roosevelt dimes. So if you just type in S over S or Roosevelt dime RPM or OMM or FS, it's one of the it might be the most expensive FS dime that has sold. I can't remember, but I know it was the most expensive RPM dime that has ever sold on eBay. And they had it on there for 900 and it was either 999 or 950, and they took the best offer. So it doesn't tell you what they paid, obviously, but Ben the Coin Geek showed me or everybody a cool little thing that if you see that it's or best offer has been taken, if you go to your refined searches and you hit the price low to high or price high to low, it will put their or best in the correct spot relative to where they are in the listings. Like, so say somebody sold one for 500 and then there was an or best offer for 450 and then somebody sold one for 4, the 450 would show up in between those two, even though it said best offer only. It'll put it correct. It makes it a lot easier to really see the value that was given to a degree. So if you didn't know that, that's a fun fact that'll really help you figuring out pricing. Is on that refined search. Make sure you have low to high and high to low. One of them set up. And that way it puts those where they should go. And now that we've tested out that, let's see if that scope feels like working today. Yes, it was super helpful, because if there's a line, say if like everybody did or best offer taken, it would put them correctly in how much money they were sold for. It's beautiful. It really helps. So I feel the need to pass that info along because, well, that's why I'm here. Come on, work. Yes. It worked. This is one that needs to go. All of those scratches that you see are on the holder. This coin is so good, it looks fake. Like I genuinely, it looks like a fake coin because it's just too goddamn pretty. Nope, this does not show Cameo very well today either. What up, John? How you doing, pal? So we're gonna go for camera 3 because, well, you gotta have all kinds of dimensions here. That goes there. Huh? People do that. I think at least they should have a program to weed that out. But people have been doing that one for a while. The whole buying and selling lower high to fucking SKU pricing. The Kennedy. Yes, I absolutely think the Kennedy's worth it. This one is all of these scratches are not on the coin. Like none of them. There's not even die lines on this. It looks like it's one of the very first ever struck with the die. And it's a decam for sure, front and back. We're just going to get out of that camera because that scope sucks. We're going to see what this looks like. It doesn't show the best with that. Let's try it out. But yeah, I think that Kennedy's worth it. So that's going to go for grading. This is going for grading. Let's put this back. Fuck it. And this is come here, bitch. It's got, I think it's 7 colors of the rainbow in there. The decam Kennedy, I think that's potentially a 69 decam. Potentially, I'm expecting a 68 decam. So I would sell it for the pricing of a 68 decam because that's the low end. Because I'm willing to send it in for grading on the aspects of getting that grade. So that's what I would sell for because that's what I'm planning on trying to sell for. Because I had Trey try to fucking buy it so he could get it for grading because he thought it had potential of being a $1,500 Kennedy. I do not have a dealer account, my friend. I was going to use CoinTable to send things in for me on this round because I don't have the income to pay for the fucking membership and all that goody stuff. And then this here is a decam Rosie SMS dime. That's absolutely stunning. So, hey Bobby C, how you doing, pal? We'll go back to this scope and just raise her as high as we can. Power. Now I can see chat again. How's it going, guys? Here's the Rosie. I don't have my room set up for viewing of the cameo, so don't judge it based on what it looks like at the moment. The bullseye, if we actually get in here. And she's actually a minor double die outburst. And I think the potential for cameo is still there, because the reverse of that is absolutely a rather frosty turd. And then here's what this looks like under here. So damn good. And then I'm going to send... Yes, Frank. And this is a 60... I'm saying 67 cameo on the here SMS Linkion. For Sheezy. And actually, I'll go back to that cameo for that. Or that camera. Bam. 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 Go this way. No, it doesn't show for shit, and that's okay. Because I'm positive. If I set up my room, fuck it. That's too damn hot anyway. Morning light is really good for looking at your coins. Daytime light, a bit too much. Just a bit too fucking much. Alrighty, guys. Not that one. Now I still have qualms with this coin. If you look below his chin, so if you look below his chin, after I hit this button right yonder, saunter, we have some clashing below his chin. Jesus Christ. I can see now. Woo! So below his chin, we have something that doesn't belong. Then on his chin, you see he decided to get a lip piercing. A little bug decided to take a bite out of the 6. And if I can get this right, I had the split in the 9 to show a little bit ago, and I was rather impressed with it. So if I can do that again, I'd be rather happy. If anybody wants up, you can come up. I will resend the Fing in the Fing. Cochiga. And then this is my real qualm with this coin. Too much though. So if you see the back of the Y and that T right there, what is making you so wobbly today? It's confusing. Sorry, my scope's being faulty today. I don't like it. Right there, the top right of the Y. I think it's split. And not only does all of these die markers, like the thing underneath his chin here, and the thing on his chin here, and the missing part of that, they are on every one of the dies that share. All the dies share exactly every one of those markers. And I think it's a bit fatter than it should be. Like top of the T, bam, there it shows. There it is. Yeah. Frank, what do you think? I think the top of that T shows what I've been trying to get it to show forever. I'm actually rather excited because I think I can get the E to show now too. Look at how they have things that stick up toward the north. Like the middle bar of that E is definitely suspicioso, as well as the top of the W. I think I needed this. I needed to get this to show in order to have motivation again, because I've been getting real pissed off that I can't get what I know is there to photograph. It kills my soul. I'm appreciating my lighting today, actually. All right. But Zaphael, who was asking who was wanted that Kennedy? Oh, Gregory McCoy. Hold on, I like you. Did you see that Justin Bussman was on last night, Gregory McCoy? Did you see to that one? I was in the middle of some coitus, so there was no need seeing it. But I saw it this morning, and he doesn't. You should check it out if you haven't seen it. That's all I'm going to say. PCBS Coinbacks. I'll bring this down so I can still see you guys. Oh no, shrink, damn it. Shrink. Alrighty. I do have some slabbed cameo SMS Kennedys, as you know as well, Greg. Type 1, because it is silver. So I'm not a conflict bringer either. I keep my mouth shut until it's time for me to act. But if all I'm going to do is cause a ruckus by saying some shit, I'm not going to say some shit. I'll leave it be. But did he say anything? Did he say anything? What did he say when you said stop by is now my question. Because that's funny. Deep cameo. God, that's funny. Did he bring it up? Because when I watched a little bit, I was watching that literally until I hit the button to start this one, and then I closed it out. But he was talking about how he had a whole bunch of packages to ship out still. And then I was like, oh, buddy. I'm really glad I got that to show up here, though. This T right there. I'm very pleased with that right there. I'm very pleased. I'm taking a picture of that on my phone. So I would ask him where the coin is, because I want to know where that coin is now. Wonder where he sold it. If he sold it, or if PayPal stole it. He's got dreads in the beard. That was pretty cool. That's enough gossip. Has anybody else bought, found, or saw anything lately besides Rich Callie and his DCAM 83cc and his dolly holder? Lucky SOB. Okay, so they say they price guide for 600 for a 68 DCAM, but they're selling for 4. 4 seems to be the average. 432, 354, 408, 384, 470, 360, 630. Wow, that was this year. Whoa, why did that one sell for so much? Because that was this year. That was a sale of January this year. Now I'm interested. Yeah, I'll pay 2 or 3% to not get fucked over every time. Seems like a smart deal. Wow, why did this one sell for so much? What is on this coin that I don't know, that I'm unaware of? Because it sold for a significant margin above the others. All right, sorry, I had to send that. $69K, nice. I guess it's just a frosty coin, but it's even in an NGC holder, and it sold for $630, and that's, yeah, this looks every bit of the coin I got. There's nothing special about it. It's got a frosty rim just like this one. But still, 4 to 6. 4 to 600. And because you're a badass, if you're interested, I would sell for 4 just because you're a badass and you got fucked over. But if you grade it and it comes back a 69 DCAM, I want at least a high 5. Because that ends up being significantly more kick-ass. And then there's a few of these that need to go for grading. These being small date proofs. Small date proof double dies, actually, to be honest. I got 2 of them. There's that one. And then there's this one. I'm going to say this one is a cameo for sure, potential for a decam. And the other one is a star, potential for a cameo. Rubber bands. I need my rubber bands back. I got a rubber band that submission package again. And there's a submission package minus the 2 graded coins that gotta go, which is here and here. We're debating on cracking this coin. Where am I? So this is a Kennedy or a Washington Corsair. So it's a 1945 S, which is the 1 year and mint where they do actually have a inverted mint mark, which I don't understand how you could possibly in a million years say that this is not an inverted mint mark, because this is right side up and this is upside down. And this looks normal. I don't have very many good quarter varieties, to be honest. Like, I really don't. I was looking at it the other day, and I got a lot of dime varieties because they're what I find the easiest to hunt and cherry pick for the business strike coins, because people hate them. And that's what I look for. I look at things that people hate, because the chances of me finding things jump up exponentially if everybody else fucking hates looking at them. I mean, exponentially. Because if 3/4 of the crew that actually hunt varieties refuse to put them under a scope because it's so hard to deal with, yeah. When they punch the mint mark onto the die that strikes the coin, they just have the thing upside down, which is surprisingly easy to do. I bought a bunch of punches a while back because I wanted to have them, and I wanted to see how it worked. The process it went, and it's super easy to hold a punch differently considering how theirs are. So here's a large punch. This is an insanely large punch. You don't get any designation on what's what. You just kind of have to hold it and then hit it with a hammer. And their sticks are like way long. They're way long, and they have to feed it through a little hole and then like aim it upright. So if they don't hold it directly the right way, if they hold it sideways or anything, that's all it takes. And bam, and then you hit it once if you're in a hurry, and you're screwed. And I think how they set up the dies, how it used to be, they used to run through about a die a day. So on the working dies, if you look about how many one die could strike versus how long there is in a day, I think they would go through every morning and they would set up new dies and then punch it, and then ones that were like still able to be used, they'd salvage or swap out the one sides here and there. But I think it was like a morning shift. So there was one person or a couple people who would go through and just pat, 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 just smack dies, just punch them into dies over and over. And it's, when you get that repetitive, it's easy to fuck up. And that's my interpretation. I've never watched a video on it. If I was running the company and you had to swap out dies roughly that way, I would try to get it to where it lined up a die a day. That way I would have an efficient crew. When I was looking at this the other day for like the first time, and there is actually something inside the top of this S. All right. I do have one of these though. So my Downsco houses a lot of good stuff. Like my Lincoln Downsco has 12S RPM 001, 58D 001 RPM, 70S RPM 001, 59 Philly FS 101. There's more in there. My Kennedy has RPM 001 for the 64 and FS 101 for the 70S proof. And I think my 71 proof is also a variety. I don't know which one though. And then the Jeffersons, I know I have some in there. I just haven't verified or been the one to put them in there. But it's gorgeous. And then I have one of my Indians. It's fucking like one of the best grade Indians I've ever seen. It almost looks plated. It's not. I had Frank verify, so I trust my source in knowledge that it's not. But it's fucking ridiculous beautiful. And as you see, the stars are doubled a little bit. And that's because it is absolutely a double die. Look at the back of that ribbon. Oh, I'm on the wrong scope. I'm retarded. I wish I had somebody here talking to yell at me. It would be easier. Well, yeah. I mean, I've had very, very unfortunate scenarios happen to. I had a box full of coins that were only specialty coins that were like needed to be graded or verified for FS number because they were all high potential. And my fucking dog knocked over something that caught a cord and knocked over a fucking like either a soda or a beer into just the box that housed the good shit upside down. Perfect. Kept my entire desk dry and ruined only the coins I set aside special. It was unfortunate. I try to get coins immediately placed in housing that is at least 2 layers of protection away from me. I like to put my coins in a flip and then put that flip in a page and put that page in a through binder. Because the extra page protection has 2 extra layers per side of the flip. So it's safer than a box, I would think, because the staples can go through that Mylar like nothing. Staples have a harder time going through that page plastic. Oh, I've screwed up many proofs. I've been lucky and I haven't screwed up one of like my big ones. But But to be fair, that's because I refused to handle my first ones. Like the Kennedy that I got, the Ultra Cam, I refused to even open that fucking set. I bought that SMS set and I shipped that set to the dude who was sending it in for me. I was like, here you go, buddy. I'm not dealing with that, so I'm gonna allow you to open up everything that needs to be opened because I'm not doing it. And then this time around, I got more comfortable. So I'm the one who cracked the 64 set that had that DCAM Kennedy. I cracked the SMS set that had the DCAM Dime. And I cracked the SMS set that I tried to ship that Lincoln already once, but the dude who I used said it wasn't good enough, so he didn't send it. I disagree with him, and I'm going to prove it by sending it. Because he was also... I have the 5 on the cheek dime that Robert Lawson found. Mine's graded at a 67 cameo, which makes it the only cameo example ever found. And he didn't think that one was going to grade cameo either. And I knew that one was a cameo coin. And he was wrong on that one, and I was right. So we're off to a bad start there for him. But that coin is sitting currently with him, waiting for the Cherry Picker's Guide to come out, because it is going to be in the Cherry Picker's Guide from what I hear again now, after hearing that it was not going to be in there, and then hearing that it was, and then hearing that it wasn't, and now I'm hearing that it is again. And the sources in which I'm hearing this information are all rather trustworthy, because one of them is like best friends with Bill Fevers. So I trust the source for sure, because I mean, he talks to him almost on the daily. But when asked when the CPG is coming out, Bill replies with, hopefully this year. And that hurts to anybody who knows about the debacle on how long we've had those things pre-ordered. I told people to pre-order those on Amazon last April. And it's been pushed out and pushed out and pushed out. And it was supposed to be December. And then it was supposed to be January. And then it was supposed to be April. And now it's hopefully this year. Nice, Rich. I actually haven't found any yet. I have a full roll of 60 Ds with no RPMs. And I know that's going to be hard for people to believe. But I got them. I got it. It's not a BU roll. It's one I put together. But not a single RPM on any one of 50 coins, and that blows my mind. Somebody goes, oh, it's fake. It's a counterfeit roll. All right, it's 24 past the hour because my brain is starting to be weird. Relationship issues are weird. What do you mean, Greg? It should be designated compared to others. The 5 on cheek has no designation yet. I'm hoping it according to them, it should as of this year or next year when it comes out. I don't know why it wasn't allowed for so long. Word on the street is there's potential that it is due to personal reasons versus against the people who allow it and the person who found it. But I don't know. I'm probably the furthest person from the numismatic loop there is. I kind of get the runoff hearsay. But one of the runoff hearsays I heard was that they didn't like, there was personal vendettas involved with lack thereof attribution, which is dirty. That politics and personal shit can do that. But I believe it. The D on the fucking proof Benji in the bell, if they designate that as a D mint mark, because there should be no D anywhere near that fucking coin. It was minted in San Francisco, first of all. So there's Denver's. I'm not anywhere near San Fran. There should be no D on the back of that coin. anywhere at all whatsoever, and they call that a mint mark. I call shenanigans. If that's a mint mark, if that's a D, hold on. I got something I want to show anyway. If that's a D mint mark, then so is this. This is a 1960 proof small date Lincoln. And if you look here, what the fuck is that? If that's a D on the back of a proof Benji, that's a D on the back of this proof Lincoln. That's all I got to say. Because this looks about equal to that D. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I know this isn't a real D. It's not shaped right, but it looks like as much as the. I don't think that one's shaped right either on the damn Benji. Oh, I need that overlay program because it would make. I'm pretty sure that there's a 1970s medium date, or there's a die that is not the same as the large date and not the same as the small date. The 7 is shorter, and it looks like a small date, but the 7 is also low still, so it's not the same. And I've been trying to prove it. I think it's a West Point 70S. I appreciate the Super Bird because Superman's my favorite hero, like hands down. So the Super Bird I appreciate. I'm gonna find one in the wild and not buy one because screw that. I don't pay for varieties, and that's like the only one I would ever even contemplate paying for. But after talking to Tisdale, Cointable, he convinced me that I'll be able to find one. We got to put some music on because my brain is trying to battle. Because I started talking to a female, and we all know how that goes. Your brain tries to do weird shit. Because that's what they do. And I can only play unsigned artist. And unfortunately, there's no like super bubblegummy unsigned artist to play. I haven't played this one in a while. It's not as bad. I can't imagine that S would match up on anything, right? Yeah.
Sometimes I get stoned in my backyard, lay off in the tall grass over views of stars. I think about nothing, get to clear my thoughts from all the thunder and lightning, so I feel a spark. Sometimes I get higher than the Colorado Rockies, hoping that the county sheriff don't stop me. Like Charlie Daniels said, you shouldn't smoke at dope. But damn it, I can't help I love rolling stone.
So this is a small date. If you have issues telling the difference of a small and large date, I like to look at the 9 and 1. The 9 is lower than the top of the 1. Not by much, but just a little. And on the large date, it is the exact opposite. So on the large date, ever so slightly above the 1. And that's how I do my tell. Because every once in a while, dies, they screw with me, and it makes it just a little tougher. But that's the constant.
Making memories with my buddies through the thick green smoke, puff passing out the windows of my old Tahoe. Lifted so damn high, I can't come down. Driving under the speed limit in my town. Hear the windows roll down and the radio up. Sweet tea.
I might have a little DDO here. I've learned that on nickels, almost all proofs have a double. So what you want to find is one that is a triple or quadruple or quintuple or however many they can go up to. But I've learned that none of them are just doubled. At least for an FS member. Sorry, I forgot to add that. That's necessary. Random poll question. How do you feel about toning like this on proof coins?
Smoking on some gold where the cattle graze. Oh, Willie said there's not nothing wrong with smoking, no. So light one up and let's go rolling stone. So pass me that and let's start rolling stone.
So if you didn't know that the mint cellos fall apart to shit on certain years, go look at your sets every once in a while that you have in the closet. Because I bought this one, and when I took it out, all 5 coins were sitting in a pile in the bottom of the mint mark, or the bottom of the cellophane, because the glue inside the cellophane had eaten itself and had eaten the entire inner layer of plastic on the cellophane, because there are 2 layers of plastic glued together. That's how there's toning on the coins, is if there's a little hole in that first set, it'll leak in that glue, and it's got the sulfur in there. One of the reasons they tone. But yeah, these were all in a pile in one pouch at the bottom of the cello. So yeah, they do that. 61 is a bad year. 63 is a bad year. And those are the worst that I've seen. For some reason, they weren't all titties. They weren't all great. But a lot of times when that happens, one coin will be like perfect. Normally it's the nickel. When the rest of the cellophane or the rest of the cello goes to doo-doo and all the coins go to doo-doo, normally your nickel turns into some unicorn, godly, fluorescent colored god genius thing. It just sucks that every one of your other coins has to be ruined for that to happen, it seems like. So that's how this set was. Everything was garbage except for this coin. Pow, pow.
I ain't supposed to be here. Yeah, that's what they told me. But I keep showing up like fuck you pay me. Yeah, you owe me. I don't need a record deal for me to see a couple mil. I drop a record. My hip hop diet is full of guys who cannot even rap. I left the stove on, so there's food for you to eat that I hope you choke on. And I wash your clothes with bleach. I left my phone on. Before I left, I cracked your screen. My Twitter, you should read. It says I'm not sorry for
What up, Big Flip?
things I said. You know you deserved it. All the times you wish that I was.
I pulled this out of circulation one day.
I'm not sorry for the way I was. And I hope you're hurting. Now I know
A 56 Philly with that kind of steps. That's fucking crazy good.
Honestly, I'm glad that it's over. I hated your friends. I'm happy that I made you my ex. I've been waiting to delete your number.
I need to go look for 2021s. I have no 2021 anything yet. Every slot of that in my every album is empty for 2021. I haven't found none. Look at the ripples that go through the N and T. You remember that variety that had steps down there? I wonder if this is it. I don't remember near enough about that video. But in between the N and T and I, yeah, Denver has a problem with overloading the surrounding area, but I don't get Philadelphia anything. Like, I am surprised with the albums that I've been able to complete, which is not very many, due to Philadelphia missing coins. Normally I finish my proof sites before I finish my Philadelphias. Like most of my NIFCs, all the fucking from 2003 up, I'm missing all the Philadelphias, except for like 2. Calling to say fuck you. Isn't me, it's you. Have you ever heard of an Isabella quarter? The Isabella quarter came out when they did the fucking hold on. Columbus? No, maybe. Whatever $50 commemorative they did. It's got the 2 dudes on the horse, 2 dudes riding horses on the back. Or no. Is it the boat? Could be the boat. I don't know. Can't remember now. But there's an Isabella quarter that's United States that's fucking cool as hell. It's got a weird obverse design on it. It looks English. I want one now, and they're not that pricey. But I didn't know of them until now. Now I'm going to get one because they're cool as hell. It's like a pattern coin, basically, is the way I look at it. It's a quarter. Shoulder over here with a loaded gun. Don't know shit. 2 black knocks down. We we them hollow boys. Times nobody knows. Dude, I went through an entire box of fucking Cumberland fucking Gap fucking and George Rogers Clark quarters one time. Like a whole box of George Rogers Clark quarters. Looked at every single quarter. I find one with a variety that I think's a variety, and then I get told that it's not nothing, that you're retarded, bless your heart. And I was like, I quit, I give up. And that was the last day I looked at new quarters for a variety. I just quit. I quit immediately. I was done. I was like, no, I quit. If that's not a variety, then I don't know what I'm doing with these, and I'm not going to learn, because fuck you. And that's how that ended, right there that day. And I don't regret it. Fuck quarters. In retrospect, that's probably why I don't have any quarter varieties. Because that really made me mad. I did end up with a half a roll of 59 Denver nickels. One of them almost had full steps, but it had a hit right through it, so I was pretty offended. So that was unfortunate. But the majority of them have this dye right yonder. I just don't know about. Some days I don't wanna wake, I just wanna bake, I don't wanna wait till my mate roll me up a J, fill my room up with the smoke, so you can see me when I'm at my low. I still need to find a fucking Colorado cud because I don't have one, and I'm in Colorado and I'm a native, and I'm pretty proud of that fact considering it's hard to be a native in Colorado. I have some like proof quarter die crack. Like I have one that goes from obverse to reverse. It goes through the rim. It's pretty sweet. But if you do any research into that, the 73, they beat the shit out of those dies. If you're gonna find something in like die crack wise, just go for 73 proof set or mint sets, and you'll find some high quality die crack to shit coinage, which is pretty cool actually. I think. If you want an example of it, here's a coin I have to send to Brian Rames or Rybar, one of the two. One of the Bryans needs this coin. This coin doesn't make sense. Low, low, low. So what do you guys think about this coin? Huh? What do you see, Meander? Low, 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 low. If you found this, what would you think to yourself? Do you think to yourself, I found myself a double die coin? So I'm telling you right now, that's what I think to myself, currently, still, at this moment. And I've been told literally everything. I've been told die deterioration. I've been told machine doubling. I've been told a true double die. I've been told, I have no fucking idea. You should send that into somebody. And I've been told it's nothing. So, and I've been all those by respected people. Like Frank is sure that it's die deterioration. If you're still here, Frank, you told me this was mad die deterioration. And then, like, the person I asked right after him was equally as trusted and said it was a true double die. So I was like, God damn it. And then, like, this S, that S is a doubled S with extra die polishing around the rim or around the edges of the device, which is why it got so thin. Because I know why that happens. But this is not MD. No way. There's no way. Yeah, I watched E find like 4 one night as we were going through shit, and I wanted to punch him. But I'll find one. Just like that super bird. I'll find the super bird. It'll happen. See, this is one that has to go out to Sir. But why doesn't the fucking Dansco, the Dansco for Lincolns have a proof 70 small date and large date? Or a proof 60 large date small date? Or an 81 type 1 type 2? Like, I'm a proof hunter, so I mean, they bug me the most that you don't have those. Or any proof slots from 70 or 71 back, really. 74, really, shit. If Dansco's really going to quit and they keep doing that, I'm going to fucking try to buy it from him. I'm going to try to buy it. I swear to God. I'll sell my kidneys or something. But they're really trying to quit, because I want to make a company where you go online and you have the sizes of the denominations or the diameter of the denominations for coinage for that country. And then you have a page layout where it tells you the 3 spots where glue strips have to go to keep the slides, positioned. Where you have to put them here, here, or here, or some shit. And then I want you to be able to make your own page with the holes in the respected spots that you want, and I'll punch it out and send you a page that you designed. That way, if you wanted to do one with letters, you could literally have each page be a letter and have an alphabet book with coins. A on one page, B, C, and you do that. You could have all your toners on one page, even if they were separate designer and denominations. You could have like quarter, Benji, half, fucking dollar, nickel, penny, fucking just an array of shit. And I think it would be fun as hell. Why doesn't the Dime album have a spot for the fucking 2015 W Dime? Huh? It's irritating. It's got a spot for the 96 W Dime, not the 2015. Oh no. Oopsies. Let's hope I didn't ruin things. Oh, cool, I didn't. Sweet. I have my outlet splitter right next to me. I hit the power button. Luckily, my computer is not plugged into that one. Ooh. So nobody ever answered me on this coin, though. What is your opinion on this, huh? What would you think if you found this in a proof set? I'm genuinely wanting opinions here.
cashier wears the same overalls. The cops washed in blood.
Oh, I'm probably gonna get a copyright strike for this song, so I'm sorry. I want to hear it real bad, but I can't do it, buddy. I'm sorry. I agree. I want to do that. That's what I want to do. I would like to do dance codes, and you could keep it the same. I mean, quality. I would like to get rid of the brown and just do a sleek black and silver or black and gold. I would probably do black and silver or black and like cobalt blue. Because I think the brown is it's people. The reason that people hate Dansko, the only reason that the people who hate Dansko is because they're brown and pink. Only reason. That's why people who collect Whitman windows, the Whitman window albums, that's why they collect them. It's because they're blue. That's the only reason. There's no that if you ask them, that is the significant reason every time. They're worse quality. They fall apart faster, but they're not brown and pink. And they're talking about going out of business all the fucking goddamn time. That they used to be in Colorado, and I'm really upset that I didn't talk to them when they were in Colorado, because that would have been like the smartest time and decision of my life to like snag them before they left with it, to get all their info and machinery like then. Oh, that would have been smart. If life would have been better at timing. So this doesn't look like machine double, but machine double on proof, it changes the color. It makes it shiny, because you can see where the metal slid. Like you can see the slide and how it's flatter. This is not flatter by any means. It's just the doubling doesn't show on the right side of the U as much as it does on the left, and nobody can figure out why. That's the issue. Nobody can understand why the left side of this U and the left side of the other U and the left side of like all the shit is incredibly thick, and then the other side is normal on some devices. People can't figure that out like that. I don't know why that's a thing. But I sent a picture of the CoinOp Facebook group, and they actually have been spitting out correct fucking advice and info lately, which is super rare and cool. I don't know if they've been getting on their admins or what, but it's been impressive how when you post a coin, it's not just negative Nancy's with blah, 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 empty, blah, 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 blah. I got an extra Rosie dance code that I don't need because I got a brand new one for myself. And then I fucking put all my mercs and all my extra mercs and extra Rosies in it. So I have it's the 46 through 78, which I have that in order, but there's quite a few holes. Mainly the 70s and 80s, or the 70s and late 60s. But then I have 2 extra pages in it. One extra page is a Mercury dime page that's 1916 through 1945, just randomly all of them. There's they're in order, but there's not all of the order. And then my back page is just the rest of the fucking good looking Rosies I had. And then my Merc album's fucking falling apart. I don't even have it in the book sleeve anymore. It's one of the Whitman ones, and the cover ripped all the way off, so it's just the pages that are stapled together. Oh, you're a signed artist too, buddy. I can't listen to you either. Sorry. I have a fucking Canadian fish scale album with the most offensive amount of varieties needed in it you've ever seen in your life. I don't know where I put it though. Right, there it is. Assuming it's that one. I like having a scope that I can look at an entire album under. It's rather nice. There we go. So I don't know if you've ever looked at this for scale album before. It's a fucked up album. So you get the Victoria Aubers, and then a variety spot. Small date, large date. And then a variety spot. Fucking wide rim, narrow rim. Then you get lucky. You get a few that are normal. 71, 72H. Then you get a variety again. 74H plain 4, crosslet 4. Then you get one more. Oh, no, then you get a small date. And the large date, so another variety. And you get a few with nothing. So there's a good one. There's a good one. The rest of this row is actually good. In the very next row, you have fucking a variety with 200,000 minted. Hip, hip, hurrah. And then another variety with 3 small, large, small over large. And next row, another variety, small and large. And then 3 regulars to finish out that first page. Page 2. We're actually good. We're good until here we have small date, large date, and then large H, small H, and then variety, large H, small H again. And then down here we have small 8, large 8 again. That's it for page 2. Now page 3. Fucking round leaves, pointed leaves. Round leaves, pointed leaves. And that's finally it. That's the varieties. That's the varieties in a fucking Canadian push book. Fuck you. Fuck you. No chance. That's just the most retarded shit I've ever seen, having a push album with, I think there's like 15 variety coins in there. And a lot of them with 1 million or less minted. Oh, who the fuck is this? Terrible music. That's terrible. Oh, yeah. It's a nice looking 1918 though.
Some people get the gold, then lose sight of the shine. And the sparkle that once was gets tarnished in life. They forget what they was after they fall. Age starts to take place like a bomb that keeps ticking. And they regret not chasing.
That's a key date. I mean, it's a key date. It's old, but it's a key date. There's only 200,000 minted of these. And I think it's in year 4 because it's hard to tell. I don't know. But either way, there's only 200,000 minted of either one. I mean, altogether. It's impressive. Sunshine in my gray clouds. Work hard for what I'm doing, so it's easier for me to sleep now. But I don't sleep. I walk the road from stop sign to street name. No yellow marks on these back. It's 1.3 million. Oh, this was like 500,000 right here. 500,000. So that's a key date. And that one's not a holder near better shape. see. This is the only Canadian album I have. I would like to get a just a regular scent album because I have 2 rolls that I've accumulated that I've just, I don't know, I have an issue throwing coins back, even if they are just Canadian. Until I've filled 1 album, I like to keep one of everything. It's weird. I don't care. I'm weird. I think this would still potentially have a shot at full bands, even with that hit over here all the way left. I know. I've seen them give more leeway than that for certain years, this being one of them. Because it is hard for the 53 and 54 to be high grade, or full bands, or struck well, or anything really. Now, where's the rest of them? Ooh, that's a good looking nickel though. Check out this bad boy. What's that? It's a DDO. I'll turn it this way because that'll be easier to show. It's one of the FS DDOs, I'm pretty sure. And it's got full motherfucking steps. Has a circulation find. And I wish nickels toned better all the time, because sometimes they just tone like doo-doo. And this one's one of those doo-doo toners. Doo-doo. What is this? 60, 62, and 62. His eyeball is interesting. Yeah, nobody around here has a Canadian one cent album. Store-wise, and I don't feel like shipping. I don't feel like ordering it. It seems, I don't feel like doing it. It's Canadian. I don't have much. It's not like I care that much about it. I figure when I come across it, I'll come across it, because other than that, I don't really care. I wrote a lot of questions. I wrote question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point on this coin. So, and I wrote it right there. So let's see why I did that. That's why I did that. I remember this coin. What the F happened here? Yeah. Where's my vodka cigarette? Real subpar. This is really subpar right now. Found him. Oh, yeah, we're gonna look at the rest of this coin as well. But it's a strange one. And do I think this coin is doubled? Yes, I do as well. If it is a variety, it has some serious dye markers though. Look how fat that fucking W is. Look at that shit. And there's a line going right down the arm, on the right arm. Yeah. I say line. I don't know if it's a split or not, but there's a line. And this O seems to be the awkward shape. Yeah. And that could be a notch at the top point of the G where it curves in. Can't tell yet. This dye's obviously been scrubbed to shit. Didn't even have an eyeball anymore. This poor dye. Is that a Canadian one? I'm confusing. I don't know the numbers on Whitman's for those especially. I know that I need a Dansko 7070 with the new version of the Dansko 7070 that says classic head, not turban head, and has the dollar pages or dollar page, the modern day page. Oh, I'm down. Hillbilly, 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 hillbilly. I like this song. I'm a hillbilly. I grew up a mile high in the foothills. Hillbilly, 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 hillbilly. You know, hillbillies don't consider themselves rednecks. You know that's weird? Because I don't. Motherfucker. It's crazy how young this little turd is. Hillbilly, 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 hill. I'm probably going to grade this coin eventually. Is it in a slab that says PL? Because if it's not in a slab that says PL, good luck, because the 81S is the most high-struck, populated coin in Morgan's. So to get a PL, it has to be significantly better than the average PL for any other date, like any other date. And I'm absolutely positive on that one, Mr. Mikey. Then, good. I don't know if you'll get PL pricing for it, honestly, because it is the hardest coin to get a PL holder on. It is the hardest Morgan to get a PL holder, hands down. And that's not like my personal opinion. That is like the consensus of the coin community. Because here's this one. And this, okay. I want to turn it off. You see how frosty the bird is when I turn off the light. But it is reflective as a motherfucker. And this is not an appeal holder. I don't know if you know, but most Morgans do not shine back at you this way. They shine at you. Well, the other Morgan I have is also I bought because it was kind of PL as well. Let's see how that looks. I think this coin's undergraded. Because I think this is a PL coin too. I went through 3 boxes of Morgans, and out of the 3 boxes, these are the only 2 coins that shined back at me with black fields, the way I had it set up. So they were the only 2 with even cameo potential. And I think if this one didn't have the tone, it would probably be a little more potential to it. But I can't dip away toning, that's rude. Let's see how lucky I am. Oh, I'm lucky I got it. And most Morgans, even in high grade, shine at you like this. So this is just a decent 1887, I think. With whatever that is, I have no idea. It's interesting. I hate VanWorld, but I might have to go inspect VanWorld. Yeah, this is just a good grade, Morgan. And the reverse of that one compared to the reverse of this one, huge. I guess I can see what that camera looks like with the cameo with these. Let's see. I've never tried. Let's find out. And if you watch Ben the Coin Geek at all, he shares my exact statement, like 100%. It's really hard to get these ones, especially because I think this is PL. There's an average Morgan that's just high grade. It still looks good, but it doesn't reflect at you the same as this one. And then this one was the same way. It reflected back at me real well. When I say black fields, I mean I had a black shirt on. And if your fields are reflective, they'll reflect back whatever you're wearing. So if you wear a black shirt, it'll reflect black back at it. If you wear a white shirt, it'll reflect more like this and harder to tell the difference. Because no matter what you wear, this is going to reflect back the same way. Yeah, I got this one because I think she's undergraded. Even the grade, I think this is a 64, potentially PL. This is a really good looking coin. And I think this one, before I did my research, I was sure that this deserved a PL. And now after really looking at it, it's hard. Yeah, this one just got a solid 64, and it's nothing beezy and easy. But I also got lucky with this one. Because even though I was wrong on the ability to get it upgraded, I did, however, find this. A little closer. The dollar sign. So my Morgan, should I have the VAM 4 for the 84O? It's the O over O, but it's also the one that is contested where some dealers think it's an O over CC, because I think it is an O over CC. I don't see how the shape of this is considered an O. Where are you? I need to give me something to drink. Is that Cottonmouth? Okay, back to you guys. Sorry. Back to what I was doing now. So remove this. Remove this. That Morgan that was raw. I don't know if you can see that. All right. So this die crack here. Let's see how long I can keep it in view. So I think it goes up into the E, like right here, about here. Either that or it hugs the rim. Because I do think it goes away. Oh, there it is, back in the P. There it is. There it is, going into the top of the U. There it is. There it is, right there. There it is. All right, now see where it went. This is where I lose it. All right, I lost it. But then it kicks back up about here. No, a little further. There it is, the M. And it continues on back through the rest. And if I flip it over, start down here, right here at the bottom, or top now, I guess. And then through the A to the star, and star to the R, A, bottom of the L, there. Just like halfway through the O, I'd say. And this is where I lose it. And then here in the end, it picks back up. Almost a rim to rim double side. I can almost like take the rim off of this coin.
raised on country southern rock, but I always loved a little hip hop. And we throw it down 4 miles around. Everybody knows when to come. When the bonfire's blazing high, you can't deny we're about to have some fun. Got the trucks backed up, put the tailgates down, no cops around. We sip and shine here, I don't mind. Take a swig of this and let's use some signs. Yeah, no place to be. Ain't nobody else that I'd rather see. Never stop for us to unwind. Play that song for me one more time.
I'm thirsty. Where's my water cup? There's my water cup. All right. No, with Morgan's, the frost has nothing to do with cameo or deep cameo. Morgan's, specifically Morgan's, PL is a 6-inch reflectivity on the fields on average, and a deep cameo is a 12-inch reflectivity on the fields on average. It doesn't matter if your devices are frosty in any way, shape, or form. It could be the most non-contrast coin in the world. But if your fields are reflective up to 12 inches, it will get a decam holder. And that is just for the Morgans. That is not for proof coins in any way. That is strictly a proof. Strictly Morgan rule. Which is why the old timers used to use a ruler. If you can see the end of the ruler, you got a decam, and if you can see halfway up the ruler, you got a cam. Or a PL. You got a PL or dimple. But yeah, for cameo, you are correct. But for the PL and dimples, it's all fields. There you go, SWAT on there.
To get everything I wanted in this lifetime, I had to put my beliefs on the front line. The song that I sing, it's always been you and me. Till maybe it'll be another late night. I just work 8 hours after midnight. No place, no sleep, and it's always.
Oh, you're on a record label too. I can't listen to this song, you son of a bitch, Yellow Wolf. Son of a bitch. There's only 1 year that they attribute an O over S. And if it's the A1, cool. It should be blatant as fuck. You shouldn't be able to tell that yourself. Now we shouldn't have to have a second opinion on even. In honesty. This is what I'm currently fighting on. Because this one will be a stern van by the time I'm done. It's just hard to get it. It's hard to get people to think a new van has been found. It is hard to get people to think there's a new van been found. That's for sure. I miss my buddies.
Sunbird to the crisp when your beer's all gone. Hurried up in a cab, button Sonic parking lot to the cops pulled up in there in the hour.
That's toning, really. But it was a cabinet coin, which is why it's spotty toning. It's just been terminally toned, because that's what color it really is. It's like an amber. An emberine. A little bit of doubling on the A. Not the important part.
Nashville natives with a loud ass mouth. I could use another night in a truck, all muddy, rolling through Music City, trying to make a girl of it. One more night on the town highway. Take me back to being young, going on that trip. Spending all my money to remember drug nights, heading up good stories.
That, my friends, is an S inside the O. And I will find another one of these in order to prove it. It's much easier if you have two. So I'll find the other one. And only the right side of this coin was actually anything that would be considered a contact mark, because the right side. No, left side is the contact potential. Right side is a mid mark anomaly that happened on the punch itself. That's why it's a different color looking thing. Right side is always there. Left side potential back mark. But inside, a back mark wouldn't make a perfect fucking shaped S, because that's ridiculous. With perfect curvature of the S that they used for that year, even. I call Shanae. And if you play with your settings enough out of here, and I hit my like negative settings, I can make that S stand out because it's a different height than the fields. I can actually make it stand out on its own. I can take it away from the rest of the fields based on doing a height change with my software. Like each like they do with fucking terrain maps. Safety first. Not a kind of song. I like this song. I stood by the stuff I said. I got two graves dug, one for me and one for the motherfucker standing in my way. And if I die tonight, at least I can say I never ran away. 6 feet deep in the cut. Shovel in the top, rolled up in the trunk. Couple old bikers and they know what's up. In my hot two single people wrapped up. Bring a shovel in the mic, eat up in the mud. Bones in the shit of a couple wild boys. Buried in the light of a I gotta look into this one too, but there's not as much reference on these available on the websites for large cents. But there's this here 1846 medium date, according to, like, I want to say Hidden told me. But everything that can be considered a hit mark, which I don't think it is. I don't know what it would be considered. But it's definitely not a hit. It's weird. But this is hard to argue. It's very significantly a different style one. One for me and one for the motherfucker standing in my way. Never ran away.
Just breathe a minute, just think a minute. You don't want to go to war. Or we can get it, yeah, we can bring it right to your front door. I don't think you want to go that route. I ain't know the fuck around. I'ma throw 100 rounds. Put your cold body in the fucking ground. Get the point, bitch, when I hit you with the hollow ground. What the fuck you talking about? I don't want to talk about it. Leave your body right there, laying with some talk around it. Why I gotta go so hard? Why you so fucking soft? All your man running, bitch, you already fucking lost. I might die tonight, but if I do, I'ma be okay. And if I die tonight, at least I stood by the stuff I said. I got 2 graves dug, one for me and one for the motherfucker standing in my way. And if I die tonight, at least I can say I never ran away.
About 2 hours, huh? Thank God. I'm glad I've been able to kill 2 hours with this without my brain going crazy. Huh.
I ain't never had to live no lies. Always working hard for the bucks. I don't like to really waste no time. Stay with the smoke like a Dutch. Keep a torch, don't need no light. Palm out the window with a what? I ain't even gotta say that line. OG like a raw neck. Feel like demon in a straw hat. Only make hits like a big Murph. Made 100 grand on t-shirts. Rap about guns, but they been afraid. Shit stink, shit, that boy been a lane. 2,500 now, piece of gang. Don't grab my titty like what's the name? They're a big Poe fan, but they missing the two. The only fire that he knows is the flame in the spoon. Backtown said my name just to get him some views. He got a C in his name cause you hear him snooze. Rappers real fake like a decoy. Pockets real big like a Leroy. Drop real quick like a big smoke show. Get smacked up, bitch, that's a haystack blow. Nerf gun Ned once back on the scene. Guess I gotta block him like Shaq with the heat. What Shane gon' do? That boy built like Ella with an eyebrow ring. Switch on my stance like a fight southpaw. Stay with the sticks like a drummer John Paul. Hustle like Strug, that's the real outlaw. Bad apple like jelly till the wheels fall off. Been a real cracker for the jaw. I ain't never had to live no lies. Always working hard for the bucks. I don't like to really waste no time. Stay with the smoke like a Dutch. Keep a torch, don't need no light. Palm out the window with a what? I ain't even gotta say that line. Don't touch
Yeah.
my truck. Shut the fuck up. Little bitch, you ain't shot no blood. Fuck that, you ain't never seen mud. Root Ryan never kicked up dust. Blanca Brown really couldn't get up. Lil Nas X never showed up because he probably too busy taking dick.
Sorry, those are going to be boring times because I can't be on all the time because, well, it's weird talking to myself and I start searching through social media and doing other things. And there ain't nobody here on the panel, so we got to deal with some silence once in a while. And I don't feel bad about that.
I am the one, but stay with the two, and I point it right at him. Ultra's a bum, he's really my son. I guess I'm his dad. Checking the facts. What has he done if it wasn't for Adam?
You know, it's life.
You are more into news and fashion. Looking stupid for views you acting. Wearing dresses and goofy hats. Man, I see you in public. I'm whooping your ass. Bitch, stay loaded, you know, and I'm ready. Got a big fofo and that bitch talk heavy. With the Pablo flow sitting low in the Chevy. Hit the gas real fast, they ain't never gonna catch me. Slide so fast, you ain't never gonna catch me.
So did you send any of your stuff in, Road Runner? I know you were trying to send in an 82 and potentially a 70S.
I don't like to really waste no time. Stay with the smoke like a Dutch. Keep a torch, don't need no light. Palm out the window with a what? I ain't even gotta say that line.
I really wanted to buy something. That'd be cool. I got a cluncher next weekend. That would be cool to afford. But if not, that's cool.
Work the hooks because they're mixed and mastered by Evan. This is homegrown. Shout out all the rappers who have thrown stones. I'm a diarrhea while your casket full of broke bones. I ain't gonna respond to all your business.
America.
You say my name and people click it, but I'm different. You need clout, you got to make a living. But my bank account already full. I counted 7 digits like y'all attack me with this. Is a trend of the critics. I'm back to predict surpass all the limits. The whacker, the rapper, the more he's anchored by the fact that I'm winning. I'm stacking the millions. It's tragic to witness. I cancer with children. Hey, no playlist, no pay things, no fake. Rappers call me gay cause my brain's big. Yo, man, go crazy, so wasted. Front row at my show, I'm her favorite. Famous, they basically hate that I made it. Get paid more renegade than they claim. They take a patient and say my name again. I clean. I'll buy the place that you stay in and raise the rent to the space in your parents' basement is vacant. Common privilege, I can't admit that I'm gifted. I did it without a legal's assistance. I made the business decisions. I overcame the addictions, but in the street got addicted. Kicked it with killers and strippers, but still my vision was different. I bought a mic, started speaking the distance, and I mixed it. I turned my hand into a fist and put the birth to the system. I prayed I finish my mission and keep my image consistent. I fixed the parts that were missing and switched the gas and the pistons. It's mathematics and physics. I had to travel the distance. I had to add some ambition and then subtract my suspicions. I wanted castles for riches, headed for castles for prisons. I battled classes of liquor and cabins packed with descriptions. Rappers want to sneak this all over my face.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I should look up and see how much these are worth.
Squawking on the nightstand, slapping the alarm. I stumbled to the pack, got coffee on the stove top, button up a boot collar, time to make a boot swap. At the front door, it's sunny, even not yet sunny. We sure are, yeah. This time is money, we're making them dirt road dollars. Way out yonder, having them hollers, doing it like our fathers. Up on them tractors, sliding them pastures, making it rain like water. Farmboy gold, 24 karat, gold corn grows. Blood break back to the sweet tea swallowers, right back to making them dirt road dollars. Feeling suck, stack, digging, selling, swing that hammer at the 2 by 40 hours well past, raking in the grain cash, stacking up
Nice.
haystacks, red clay.
I mean, that's if you overpaid. I like the with raised varieties. I like that quarter with the raised. I don't have one because I don't have very many of the fucking cat bust anythings or any of that shit, but I do enjoy them. I overpaid for my first V nickel too. I paid for an AD3 no sense, and then I realized that the one with sense is rarer. Road haulers.
I'll be up in there by your first break. I'll be working the whole day. I ain't in the road play. Catch me in the road cage, chilling, just chewing up the black dirt. Brown bang, popping, ain't stopping till my ass hurts. Super queen shucking with the farm all shucking with the mates 55. Boy, y'all ain't seen nothing. I'll be getting with the picking nearly all day. Doing it all the way, cropping till we all pay. Hey, another long hard road to the next one starts. Buddy, you don't wanna know what the cheddar parts cost. I can get you up a figure for a rig in the plow. I got some heifers in the bank, but I don't sell holy cow. Man, that old Ferguson burning I keep a youngest supper coming down to lunch now. We're making them dirt road dollars. Way out yonder, having them hollers, doing it like our fathers. Up on them tractors, sliding them pastures, making it rain like water. Farm boy code, 24 karat gold corn rows. Lunch break back to the sweet tea swallowers, right back to making them dirt road dollars. Come Saturday night, I'll take my baby out on the town. And on Sundays, church, then leg around the house. We're making them dirt road dollars.
Nice. I'm not a big vehicle collector. I'm not a big walking or standing liberty quarter collector either. I don't really like them. If they fucking copyright strike me for this song, I don't even care. I like the song and I'm listening to it. I like this one more than I like the original of this one, so I'm sorry if it shuts me down, but I like the song. I don't think it will because it never happens to anybody else, but you gotta throw it out there as a possibility. What up, Sir Will?
Chase this pretty lies, and we face the better time, and yet I fight, and yet I fight this battle alone. No one to cry to, no place to call home.
I like high-grade vehicles, but I know that I'll never be able to collect a bunch of high-grade vehicles, so I'll get one for the typeset that's high quality.
Gift of self is rain, and my privacy is rain, and yet I fight, and yet I find red bleeding in my head.
This is Brian Upchurch, believe it or not.
If I can be my own, I feel better dead.
He does fucking amazing on this cover. Like amazing. It's one of the few times I think he does better on this than the recordings they have of the original. It doesn't happen often. Dude, it's amazing. Yeah, he does so fucking well. And I want to say he might be playing the guitar because he can play the guitar as well. I don't know if he's doing it.
Church.
Huh, I've never heard this song.
Church.
And if it's coming on after that one, I'm interested because it normally tries to keep somewhat similar.
Yeah. I got one life to live, I got six in the chamber. Travel no safety cause I'm facing danger. Got people who hate
I appreciate this song actually.
but I put a pop from a crazy ass string. Who's holding the night claiming that he can take me with five of his buddies and Nashville off Broadway, but they do not realize my life is important. Got plenty of people I love up support. So you bring that knife and I bring that Mel Gibson. That's for lethal weapon, no need for a mission. There's no ass and expo that my lips are kissing. I'm too busy winning to worry about distance. I'm rolling up one on a tailgate and cheat him. Wondering one day if I'll be a legend. I got on my sights and my players to heaven. The way that I rap, you think I killed the devil. I'm ripping that dirt until I'm in that casket. And when that day comes, but sure I look fantastic. And rhyming through turning the trunk that's Jurassic. Just skimming my pistol and loaded and strapping. Let's ride in that night to another dimension. My heritage tatted, bitch, I am from Dixie. You wanna take shots and I'm reloading quickly. Y'all say miss, I'll fuck, so then run and say hit me, bitch. Yeah, I am the cowboy that lasts the Mohegans.
Oh, it's a remix.
I am the cowboy that lasts the Mohegans. Yeah.
Makes sense.
I am the cowboy that lasts the Mohegans. Bitch, I am the
But that doesn't have to be as loud. All right, I'm still not doing much for searching, which isn't good, but it's staying out of my brain, which is a good thing. Time for 24 past the hour. I'm out of my big jars now. I have the stash jars of Kif. I'm not a big metal detector. I actually don't enjoy metal detecting. Does not tickle my fancy, Bobby. See, like gold panning and shit does. Metal detecting for some reason does not. Like it doesn't. I have no interest in metal detecting, and that's only because of the lack of stuff to find, really, and on this side of the globe. And I think it's stupid that it's illegal to fucking metal detect without permission in the parts of the world that you can actually find shit that is like life-changingly fucking amazing. Besides Australia, you can find shit in Australia like without having the government seize everything you fucking just found. I mean, you can find cool shit, I believe, yeah, but like, I don't know, just because you're not finding like massive fucking cool ass coin hoards and shit. I'd rather be a bank auditor. I think that's how you find the real treasure. You find fucking the bank hoards. They're all hidden in the basement and the world forgot about for 15 fucking decades. Oh, what do you mean we had a bag of fucking standing liberties? Oh, I didn't know we had trade dollars in here. Because that shit seems to happen. And like, oh, really? You just had this $50 bag of fucking Morgan sitting here. Eh? Who want war in this place? I can't feel my face, They ain't gonna come. Fucked up in this place. I can't feel my face. I'm crazy. All my people crazy. All my people crazy. Things are gone, son. You don't want none. Funny story. I was working on a warehouse crew, and I was like the only white dude on the crew. It was a whole bunch of really gangsters. and we were allowed to bring our speakers in for the first time in like a long time. And I brought my giant ass like JBL Extreme in, and they fucking. I remember watching them see me put my shit on my jacket and go, "Oh fuck, you gotta listen to fucking this dude's music all day." I think I was gonna play something like dumb shit. I don't even know. So I was like, "All right, you want to go thug life? You want to fucking assume me?" So I played fucking a bunch of Adam Calhoun, who's like the whitest thug life gangster in the world, but like gangster. And they all came up to me periodically and was like, "Who is this dude? This dude's Thug Life. Who is this?" I was like, "This fucking Thug Life is who this is." Mainly this whole CD and the one right before it. It's great CDs. Kind of hope that it plays Dennis Rodman after this.
Another album that you can't fuck with. These people wanna see me fail, end up in jail, but I'm still here, so I guess it's tough shit. Dudes I never heard till they mention my name. Try to get your buzz from attention and fame. Probably sell your butt for a buck and some change. Someone tell me what the fuck's up with the game, yeah? Click bang, motherfucker die, go to hell. Kill shotgun Shane with his own shotgun shell. Anything you put out, not gon' sell. You be better off with a job at Taco Bell, eh? I'm on top of the game, looking down with your name. Make sure they never see the light of day. They talk a good one, but they ain't what they say. If I catch you at the light, bet you fucking run away. It's game time, all these rappers are fucked. I'm the king of talking shit and then backing it up. I give a fuck what you got in the back of the truck. I got a Colt 45 and a 38 stuff. What's up? I don't care about catching the case. The way I feel right now, man, I'm about to go crazy. Keep my boots laced.
It's the name of a song, and I think it's because his son is wearing a Rodman jersey in the video. His son's in the video. Like he raps, but his son like mouths the rap in the video. It's a pretty good video. No, what? None. I can't feel my face. My face.
I don't care how. You with me?
It is what it is.
David Ray.
Because it was what it was.
Lex. That was the CWB. Crazy white boy. What has become
Will always be.
Never be what it was.
Because it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Oh no, I like this song though. This is Taylor Ray Holbrook, and he should be more famous than he is because he's fucking amazing for a country artist. I don't know if he's a signed artist or not, but if he is not signed, I'm glad I'm playing him, and if he is signed, they can kiss my ass. Dude needs more exposure anyway. Around here know where the party's at. Then a real long road on private land passed down to me from my old man. Yeah, we get rowdy, drink it up too loud. So the pride still makes me proud. Them long legs still drive me wild. When there's nowhere to go, just drive and rap. I ain't nothing like a sunset singing on down with the sun kiss girl said eyes on me. Take a picture for the moment so time will freeze. If you're looking for me, you know where I'll be. Beneath these hollers, hills and trees, my kids gonna do that same old thing. Same old song, same guitar, just different strings. All my rowdy country friends around here, we like to meet at the holler, build a fire, drink a beer. We step out to the field, climb a tree, shoot a deer. I reminisce about these days, man, I get a chill. We keep our trucks lifted up so high, we got like them down in the four-wheel drive. That's just how it goes round here. Now
How it was is how it is. Ain't nothing gonna change by the way we live. I'm still running around that same old kid, barefoot and all, just gain some years. Let me tell you about a back road. Talking about the ones that we still ride on. In a little bitty town, nothing going around, just romance with the lights on. Back you believer, I'm an underachiever, just a good old boy turned to a singer. All my rowdy country friends around here, we like to meet at the holler, build a fire, drink a beer. We slip out to the field, climb a tree, shoot a deer. I reminisce about these days, man, I get a chill. We keep our trucks lifted up so high, we got like them down in a four-wheel drive. Sideways in the mud, oh, that's just how it goes round here. I'm talking about the southern land. Oh, I'm talking about the southern land. Yeah. Oh, I'm talking about the southern land. I'm talking about the southern land. I'm talking about the southern land.
Oh, hey, Rich. Sorry. What's the period for, my friend? Just letting you know you're still here? Oh, and I don't have anything on the scope because I was going to do this. Because I think this is FS 101 on the 59 Philly. You can see where the Y splits, and there's a little die line that goes in between the Y and the T, about 3/4 of the way down.
Not sure what y'all doing. I'm putting hard work in, and everything I got, bet your ass I earned it. Up early, 4:30. You wanna make clean money, gotta get dirty. Tie your boots up, look in the driveway. That ain't a new truck, that's an old Chevy. Spray can, black paint, looking ready. She gets me where I gotta go, old Black Betty. Digging holes, loading dirt, driving nails. Got a bunch of stickers on this old lunch pail. Yeah, hard hat with a flag on the back. And if you don't like that, then it's fuck you, Jack. Get it in till it's time to go. Clock out, get on down the road. The soul truck gets me where I gotta go, but she only plays rock and roll. Tough shit, hard work every day. I ain't got a lot, but at least I'm getting paid. Hard work, dirty hands, clean money, yo, Lord, yeah. Tough shit, hard work every day. I ain't got a lot, but at least I'm getting paid. Hard work, dirty hands, clean money, yo, Lord, yeah. Not sure what y'all doing. I'm at the bar drinking. Work my ass off just to make it to the weekend. So pour a long shot of Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, Johnny Walker, I'm an animal. Let's crack a cold one, it's been a hot day. I buy the first round, I finally got paid. I'm just a simple man, make an honest living. Came a long way from being locked up in prison, yeah. Get it in till it's time to go. Clock out, get on down the road. Soul truck gets me where I gotta go, but she only plays rock and roll. Hard work every day.
All right, sorry, I was in a message. I was in my brain. As I said, started talking to somebody who I haven't talked to before. And that always involves a whole new in the brain. And then if you see these die lines that are all over here, I think this is even an early die stage too, to be honest. Because according to World Numismatic News, the lines that you can kind of see in the 5 go away really, really early. It kind of blends into 1. I think I have a few of these. And it's not a very expensive variety. From what I saw on Wexler's, it's about a $35 coin in this crate. Somebody here bought like a fancy Subaru and can't drive it to save his fucking life. I've seen him stall it like 6 times coming out this dip right here. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. I'll trade him cars. I'll take him my Subaru. It's an automatic. He can have mine. I'll take his. It'd be fair trade. I'll even take payments. I'll even take over the payments because mine's paid off. It'd be worth it. That thing's fucking nice. It's nice. Sounds beast too, but he fucking kills it all the time. I feel so bad for that clutch. Poor little feller. I don't know how he afforded it. I mean, if I had to guess, I would guess cocaine money. It's probably rude to guess, but I would. She's like 22. Driving like a $60,000 car. No, we're going to go away from this long term. I don't care about that one. Sorry. I thought Oak Church was going to have a whole lot more country in here because I know it's early in the day and I have a lot of people who potentially have the chitlins around. So I try to avoid all the super offensive. But it gets tough with unsigned artists, or else they just yell at me all day with copyright strikes. Oh, I bet I could play him, though. I'll play just Taylor Ray Holbrook. I don't think he's signed. And they don't yell at me for that. Originals. Great songs. I'm doing 2 people anyway. We lost the crowd this morning. That's okay. So yeah, I'm sure that this is 101. I don't need to convince myself anymore. So that's cool.
What makes you tick? What makes you hot? What did he throw in the boat to make it right? So many questions on why and why not, but on second thought, these hands were made to hold you. Now I wanna get to show you. Can't believe the things you get through. Issues trusted him to stick.
Gosh, Nina. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to hit that button, so we're skipping that.
We turned one night into 2. It wasn't my intention, but
Oh, yes, this has absolutely got some. Oh, the 9 and the 5 on the last one? Yes, sir. They say World Numismatic News is a very sweet channel for information. And he says it out loud, but on the websites they state it and they have pictures on the NGC Variety Plus. The die lines that go, I don't think this is the same coin. No, different coin. I had an OBW roll. So that'll be one of them, I think. Let's see. Nope. That one. Yeah, it's that one. Those diagonal northeast lines, that's what they say. Because it says that the splits that you can see in the 9 and the 5, they disappear pretty early in the dice stages, and all you see is a fatness in the lettering. So this split in the Y right here is really only visible because it's an early die stage. Bam, right there. But even being in an early die stage, you can still see the diagonal lines that are starting to form. Because the one that's about 3/4 of the way down, in between the T and the Y that connect them, they make that a point to look at, as well as all of these diagonal ones in between the numbers. But if the back of the 5, that right by that black spot, I think it actually does split right there. You're right. Even more so than I remember seeing. Yeah, I had a few of these. It came out of a roll from Scent Hoarder. It was one of his, one of like the thick shrink tubes that you can never get them out unless you like put it in a hairdryer or heat them up or freeze them and bash them out. I know there wasn't many die pairings in it, and I think that this one is potentially 104 because that's what it looks like on the website with the weird lines in the B and the E and the R. That's what the example photos look like, and it's weird. I don't know how to feel about it.
When I think I finally got it right, it hits me. It ain't right yet. When the dark turns to day, I pray to see another sunset. Falling in and out of the same routine. Stacking that paper, chasing that green. I get high up on the mountain, looking down at everything. I get lost, listening to the rhythm of a backward symphony. You got yours and I've got mine. I get high. When I think I get a step ahead, it hits me 2 steps back. I don't give in, I give it all I got, then I tip my hat. That's right, I rise up above these busy city streets, living off love, chasing my dreams. I get high up on the mountain, looking down at everything. I get lost, listening to the rhythm of a backward symphony. You got yours and I've got mine. So let's get high, high up on the mountain, looking down at everything. I get lost, listening to the rhythm of a backward symphony. You got yours and I've got mine. So let's get high, so high, never coming down like a water tower, watching all the lights go. Way higher than we've ever been before. I get high, high up on the mountain, looking down at everything. I get lost, listening to the rhythm of a backward symphony. You got yours and I.
Shrink wrap? What about shrink wrap? It's in a flip, yes, but that's not why it looks like that. Those weird lines are on there. Oh, shrink wrap rolls? Yeah, I've never had a shrink wrap roll. I want one. My favorites are these actually, like the shrink tubes that are so hard to get the coins out once you put them in there that you know they haven't been pulled out and put back in because you got to like rip that fucking tube apart to get them out. But it's still like a hard tube.
Cricket quiet, hard wide, bottle tops on the tailgate. The night sky through her eyes, two young souls trying to get away. Talking about love and how we never let it go. Talking about things like we knew who we were, but we didn't do. I'm blowing smoke, blowing smoke, blowing smoke. We just blowing smoke.
Dude, yes, I did do this. That's what I do, Rich. I have this like really good pair of like Leatherman pliers. That's like a super small pair, and I have the ends taped up in electrical tape. And I peel around as I peel around the twirl. Oh, I love it. It's my favorite. I hunt those down specifically. Fred, I do exactly that. Coin Geek told me he puts them in the freezer for a second, like in a bag in the freezer, and then freezes it, and then he's able to just like, and it snaps when he breaks it once, it like shatters the thing, and he's able to do it without damaging anything. It scares me too much to even try, because if I do it that way, I'm able to do one coin at a time. I can pull one coin out, because if I only peel enough for one coin to fall, only one coin will drop, and I don't ever have them rub against one another. I can do it safely. Makes me feel better about things. Just blowing smoke. Yeah, he says he only does it for a very short amount of time, like just to get the plastic cold, and then it breaks apart. But it scares me still. Maybe if I have like a shit ton of them one day and a roll that like one that already has a whole bunch of high grades, or even if I do find one that's not going to mean much, I'll see. Like a foreign roll. Oh, cool, cloud cover. That's what I'm talking about. It's hot this morning.
I know it's been a long time, but I was hoping that you might ditch this thing and move off into the night with me. Hey girl, let me paint a scene. You can play the radio, put on a shotgun show. You know what I mean. Ever been the only pair of headlights talking over two lanes? Something about the look in your eyes getting me high, taking dog, put her in park, hold off and get turned on. Always somewhere, loving in the middle of nowhere. Loving in the middle of nowhere. Hey girl, I know I'm throwing this on you, but I can tell you go with the flow, don't you? The way you move, you're making me want you, like my girl. You're my little temptation, and you know I love and I hate it when you're keeping me waiting. Girl, you're driving me crazy, but I'm driving you baby. So ever been the only pair of headlights talking up to late? Something about the look in her eyes getting me high, taking my breath away. Makes me wanna take a shot in the dark, put her in park, hold off and get turned on. Always somewhere, loving in the middle of nowhere. Hey girl, I know I'm throwing this on you, but I can tell that you go with the flow, don't you? I can tell you go with the flow, don't you? Ever been the only pair of headlights talking up to late? Something about the look in her eyes getting me high, taking my breath away. Makes me wanna take a shot in the dark, put her in park, hold off and get turned.
Yeah, I peel mine like an orange too. But I've heard about the hair dryer technique. That's what they always tell you when you buy them. Like that's what Robert Lawson always said. But are you able to put them back in after they do that? Can you with the hair dryer? Are you able to get them out easily and then put them back? Because that bugs me if so. I don't like that. Because I like those string tubes because of how hard it is to get the fucking coins out of them. That's why I love them so much. If they're easy to come out, that disappoints me a little bit. If they're easy to put back in and such.
The times we went rolling without knowing where we were going, and we'll be fast, but we didn't know it. So wild, so free, living eternally through memories of you and me. I'm thinking about the times we had, the times we had, the times we'll have. When I see you again, I'll always love you, my friend. Yeah, I'm thankful for the times we had. Think about the good old days.
The shark never asked Rich what he uses to peel them out either. I just know what I have, what I use. Just because there's where I use to squeeze my staples too. I take the electrical tape off and then I pinch all my staples down if I ever use a airtight or a flip instead of an airtight. Which I know Rich doesn't because he spent like fucking thousands of dollars on airtights, which is crazy to me. I'm jealous is why it's crazy to me actually. So a glass cutter? Oh, so like they're almost like esthetician pliers. Yeah, I do like I get a razor blade, like an X-Acto knife on the X-Acto knife, and then I put it into my my wood burner, and I start the cut with that right there. I heat up the X-Acto knife and I just touch it, and then it starts my slice, and then I peel it that way. because just even the generic wood burners have a little thing that you can put your X-Acto blade in there. You can have a fucking like a carterizing blade. It's beautiful. No, they don't go back in the cool, Greg. That's what I was hoping to hear. I'm really glad that they don't go back in easily, because that's good. Thank you. It means my thought process was still correct. That's important to me. Well, it made me happy to hear that you couldn't put them back in the same tube. It really did. Whew. I was like, damn it, that makes me kind of change my whole hunting fucking process. And I got a coin show to go to next week. So if anybody needs anything right now, let me know. Yeah, I don't use the round tubes. Well, I do for when I do my coin hunting and I pull BU coins out, the round tubes that I currently already have, I fill with those. Because I feel like I don't want to throw them away, because I feel I'm a hoarder at heart. But I don't ever put coins back in them that I pulled out of a BU tube. And I try to get them out of there immediately once I get some that were in there. And I guess most of them are zinc that I put in there anyway, because they're the bombers that I pull out of circulation. So yeah, the first 4 of that 59 roll, I fucking screwed up. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't have the electrical tape on my pliers, and I was just trying to get close enough without touching. And it was stupid. I shouldn't have done that. The electrical tape was genius. It was absolutely necessary. Just two layers. Because metal on metal, God, it's not forgiving, man. It's not forgiving at all. But anything else on metal, pretty forgiving. It's rather forgiving, actually. Wood on metal, forgiving. Plastic on metal, rather forgiving. Electrical tape on metal, really forgiving, to be honest. But metal on, metal on coin, it's immediately you're fucked. That's why I hate the 2x2 boxes. I hate those boxes because pulling your coins in and out is dangerous. I don't like it. I would prefer to have them in pages in a binder, because that's not only do you not slide them up and down against one another, but there's 2 layers of plastic on each side of that coin to protect it. Granted, it's plastic, you don't want it, but if you sealed it in the Mylar or whatever, it's better. Where's one of those 56s I had? Here they are. These 56s, I don't know what to think about them. Because that, to me, how I was always taught, at the top of that Y is not normal. Top of the T on the right hand side, extra part of the T. I'm sure of this. It's not shelf like, but because he has so much slide on the back of his coat right there, it's hard to look at. It's hard. I don't know what class it is. I need to go watch my video that Ken did on the die classes for double dies. So I don't know what class it is, but it's a pivot. So it's got a pivot point. And the pivot point is it's like the back of his coat. Because it's look how much larger the Iberty or the L, look how much bigger the BERTY is than the LI. How often do you see a coin that is that disproportionate? And granted, the coin is not sitting flat right now. Like if I were to actually have it like level, it would be about like that. It's weird how it gets noticeably larger and then like sinks down as it does it. I do too, buddy. I have every B-roll I've ever opened, but I put them in. If I like the roll, if the roll's good to me, I either flip airtight or fucking put in my the getting ready to send out fucking safeguards. Every single coin, every coin. I do not put a single one unless it's spotty already back in a roll, because I'm afraid that the rubbing in the roll that I could potentially have, the vibrations, the just me being terrible at doing shit sometimes. You know, my depression peaks that like I don't give a fuck about shit for periods of time. It scared me a lot. So if I can keep them in things that protect them from myself, especially, like if I were to take care of them less than par, they would still be in their condition. That's what I try to do, because I know myself. I have peaks and valleys. It goes up and down. It's a fucking roller coaster. I'm a weird dude with insomnia. Like shit goes weird sometimes. So the more I can protect it from myself, the better I am. Hey, you spent $5,000 at one time. Can you imagine spending $5,000 on airtights? Just one chunk. Like, hey, just $5,000 on airtights. Couldn't even imagine doing that. I couldn't imagine doing that on coins to put in them. I hope to get to that point. I'm trying hard. I've been talking to somebody who's really badass. She's cool as shit, and she's in the numismatic world pretty good. And I'm excited because she seems like she wants to help me fucking get my foot in the door. And I really want to get my foot in that door. It's a dream. All right, I don't know if I've shown you that. You came in a little late. Well, it's got to be right here. Yep. This was a cherry pick off of eBay. It's that dime again. So it's graded at an MMS 67 from the pegs here. Holy shit. You hear that wind? That's wind, by the way, if you can hear that. Holy shit. That came out of nowhere. That's disconcerting. Holy sheep shit. Is my car next to a tree right now? Because I don't want my car next to a tree right now. We don't get tornadoes on this side of the state very often. So I'm not like worried. But if I heard a tornado siren, I wouldn't be surprised. That came out of nowhere. Wow. Back to what I was saying. Yes. This is the NFS 503 that has one coin graded higher, none graded equal, one coin graded lower. No price on the coin graded higher. There's obviously no price on this grade because there's never been one. And there's no price on the one graded lower, which means they've never sold. They kept them. The one NGC coin that was graded in this grade by NGC sold for, I'm assuming, around 900 because they took the or best offer. And as I said, if you hit the refiner search, it'll put them accordingly. And it put it as the most expensive dime ever sold. So it had to. I have nothing else to go by other than that because it doesn't have anything higher for me to fucking go off of. What do you do with your rejects that you don't grade? Send me some of them B-rolls, Rich. Come on, what's up? I know what I find acceptable for variety hunting. You don't always hunt for variety. You're a grade hunter. You don't even know about a lot of the varieties even because you're just a grade hunter, which is like my dream come true, is to get your wobbly seconds. Things that weren't 68s, but they're all 67s, but with the varieties on them. Yeah, that's still a winner in my book. That's a big win in my book to have a whole bunch of 67 coins that are all potential varieties that haven't been hunted for varieties. That's a sign me up, pal. Woo. Yeah, if you didn't know Rich, you should follow Sir Rich Cali. You should follow Coin Sense and Nonsense, and you should follow Dr. G. I will say that with absolute maturity. Oh, and World Numismatic News. Information will never be a bad thing. So give me some of your check marked, your mark of death rolls was set. Not for free, of course. Unless you wanted to. I'm not gonna say no to that. You're my friend. That was some scary wind though just now, you guys. Now I'm kind of cold. No, unfortunately, the country doesn't do good for my brain today, so we're not gonna do that anymore.
Media dividing us, what color is white or black? You believe in Jesus, these days Christians get attacked. If you don't hate police, then everybody thinks you're white. And everything's so connected. Black Lives Matter got so aggressive. White folks who agree can't support the message. Both sides go to war because they don't respect it. Our social climate from the global tension turned to total violence and a whole depression.
Yeah, I haven't gone through rolls in about a year. Like at all. I have some that I have from St. Order that are saved for me. There are some 70S rolls. But I know he got a big batch from a buyer, and there wasn't a lot of amazing in them from that buyer, so I'm not too hopeful. But I love the date anyway, so I don't really care. Here's your teeth. I think it's about to start dumping hail because it went from being dead calm to, I'm going to say, like damn near gale force winds. And now it is raining already. Holy shit, pretty big raindrops. Yeah, it'll be hailing in like 5 minutes. For sure. God, I hope I'm not parked somewhere stupid. I hope there's a bigger car next to mine. I'm glad I don't have a sunroof right now. It's not that humans who don't feel included. All colors fall under laws that govern the whole country, and we all suffer. We're all broken, nobody recovers until we accept that we're all brothers. Hey, all about big booties getting paid. Hey, whoa, you watch the news and it fills up our brains with violence and riots and race like this is a race war. You need to hate more. Get what you came for. You need some songs about Xanax and violence so you can escape more. We're a vicious cycle we can't break away from. They control the culture, they control the paper. They're indoctrinating a whole generation till the patriots start to hate the nation. The music we love is dumb and addicted. The news that we watch is brainwashing the children. The viruses, riots, and racist conditions ain't problems. They're symptoms of life in the system. Screaming from the rooftops, beat down better. Turn us on each other now, no lives matter. If we do what the news wants, blood don't splatter. Turn us on each other till no lives matter. The music will make you dog. The media makes you hate. And they control both. There ain't no escape. They put the world in a state of chaos. Economy crashing to massive layoffs. Black against white, left versus right. Divide and conquer, and control is the payoff. Screaming from the rooftops, beat down better. So it begins. Oh, it's unfortunate. I'm out of cigarettes. That was a bad time to be out of cigarettes. So I ain't quitting today, I can tell you that. That's no. Oh, I found it. Never mind, we good. I found a beautiful refried just now. My generation's afraid of being. Y'all so intolerant. They're black and the opposite. You're charged with harassment for hugging a woman and giving a compliment. Y'all way too sensitive yet. Offended to death. Bring on the coffins. I swear that y'all are mad at everything that don't affect your lives. Hey. I swear that y'all believe that being offended just means that you're right. Hey, I swear that y'all just want to be the only ones who everyone likes. Hey, I swear that you needies, you probably so triggered you cry. Nobody wants to be real. Everyone's scared of how everyone feels. We become so ultra sensitive and hyper tolerant. Honesty is going to be illegal. It's crazy, y'all get so shocked and bothered from people saying things that aren't responsible. And that's logical. Y'all are weak then. If someone says retard, it ruins your weekend, and that's retarded. Urban embraces it looks hella awesome. I like to scream my appropriate culture, but I don't hear nothing. I'm paying homage. Y'all are just trying to get likes in your comments. Saying you're woke doesn't make you a prophet. It makes you a liar and stupid and obnoxious. Y'all should keep it to yourselves. Miss me with that drama. You must think I'm someone else. I don't wanna with me. Cause I don't feel the pressure. No, I will not be censored. I'm not afraid to try it with me. My name will be remembered, and I will live forever. I bet y'all hate that y'all are stuck with me. But one day you wear what you want. And unless it's a poncho, a headdress, or afro, you'll piss someone off.
I'd say Merry Christmas.
I know that shit's got to be gone. If religious freedom such a dire issue, why do you dress like a priest in October for fun?
Don't let them censor your thoughts.
Don't let them make you afraid that you talk.
Don't let them tell you that nice is the law, trying to make you a writer when nothing is wrong. Yeah,
Words hurt you, clothes hurt you, jokes hurt you.
Jokes hurt you, we hurt you. At the time you don't even probably know what hurt you.
But you're super mad. Trust me, hurt you.
You a pawn in a broken system. When you trigger much, you get showing symptoms. Y'all are so addicted to being hopeless victims. Y'all can crash a plane and play the road conditions. And your only sickness is your social vision. Makes you scared of choices, but you throw decisions. So you march a lot, but never go the distance.
Way too loud until no one listens. Oh, Taylor. It's hailing. It's hailing already. I called that shit. I should be a weatherman. Save yourself, car. So that rain sounds significantly harder. No, I will not be censored.
I'm not afraid, that's why they
With me.
my name will be remembered, and I will live forever. I bet y'all hate that y'all are stuck with me. Look like the devil, you sound like some Christians. You just want a medal for asking permission. You just want a pat on the back in addition to being so tolerant.
I admit it, you're nicer, you're better,
you're brighter, you're brilliant, most sensitive creatures in all of existence. My freedom of thought should be censored in prison. The world would be better.
I learned that when I turned 30 years old. Rich, I collected bobbleheads, I've collected movies, I've collected fucking comics, I've collected cards, and I decided that collecting money was probably going to be the smartest thing I had to do. If I was going to be dumb and collect stuff, I was going to collect money, because money doesn't depreciate like everything else does, and it's easier to keep the value in them. And it's because it's money. It's always money. Stuck with me. I wish I would have jumped on the fucking Bitcoin and Dogecoin, because there was somebody who bought like 10,000 shares of Bitcoin when it was like a fraction of a cent, and then sold it when it was worth 45 cents and made like 10 grand in 2 days. Made 10 grand. I wish I would have been smart. Like, that was so smart. And it was like the beginning of this month. Lately, I've been talking to somebody who makes, I would say, $250,000 in coins a year, every year since 2012. And solely does it on coins. Up until very recently, he added more to the game. But he's actually like, I'll call him my mentor to a degree, because I'll message him when I'm like about to give up, or fucking he'll randomly hit me up and tell me to quit being a bitch and send shit. Like, he's very aggressive with it. It's nice. He's like, you need to quit sitting on it. The only reason you're not making 6 figures a year is because you don't think you can. You have the coins to do it, and I know you have the knowledge to do it because I've seen you with the coins to do it more than one time. So fucking do it. Just quit being stupid. Just do it. And I was like, oh, buddy. Thank you. Thank you for that, buddy. He's like, the only reason that you don't make 6 figures a year is because you tell yourself that you're not good enough to make 6 figures a year. So shut the hell up and get to work. Because that's all I know how to do is work. That's legit. All I know how to do is work. I'm a Capricorn. I'm a January Capricorn. I don't know if anybody's ever read a horoscope on a January Capricorn. All they know how to do is work. And it's not a lie. Like, I'm not falling into a stereotype. I mean, I wondered why all my relationships had been ruined due to my overworking of the relationship, or fucking just work too much. Work. It's easy. It's accomplishment. I can do that. I can accomplish it. I can get to a fucking end game. People are harder. Right now, my income is not where, no. We're not even going to talk about income because I don't have one. So I got to get a job at a dispensary, because that would be something else I enjoy doing. I'll trim. It sucks. Trimming sucks real bad. But I enjoy the environment and the market. Like, the people in that business are nicer fucking people. And now that they can put their money in banks for the first time, because up until last year, you couldn't even put your money in the bank at owning a dispensary, and they were taxing you $1 billion a year. So now that they can do that, it feels like more of a business, and it's nice. I would like to be in that business, or I would like to grow mushrooms for the state because I have experience, and now they're legal here for the most part. They're fully decriminalized and now used for research, and even like currently like given to human testing for like it's a nasal spray. It's microdosing with psilocybin as a nasal spray. It's 1/10 of a gram. You do like one spray a day, and then you do it for 2 weeks, and then you do 1 week without it, and you'll notice a significant mood and energy increase. Like people who are training for fights and shit, like fighters who train currently, I do it all the time. Joe Rogan's where I started knowing about how many people were microdosing, but in Colorado, it's a pretty big thing. So I'd like to do that because it's super fun. But coins is like, that's if I could retire by being one of the dudes who would go to schools and have assemblies, but instead of like the yo-yo guy, I'd bring some hard-boiled eggs and I would show them that you could tone coins with hard-boiled eggs. I would show them what silver was because I didn't know that there was silver content in money until I was fucking 30 years old. January 1st, 2019 was the first time I realized that a Merc dime even existed. I had no idea. Because in my time, if you didn't know, all the movies didn't have time-sensitive money. They didn't have accurate money for the time. So that sucked. Yeah, they normally do. There's at least one guy that I saw at, because this is the only show that I've ever been to more than once. It's the Rocky Mountain Coin Expo. This will be the 3rd year. So like this is the one that I know pretty well. It's huge. It's fucking huge. It's in the entire convention center. It's massive. It's beautiful. I love it. So many dealers, and there's always like one. Like I've seen the same dude there twice, and he always has nickel rolls and OBW Lincolns, and they're always. I've never caught him there the first day, so I always get like the scraps. But even the scraps, like the best 54 San Francisco roll I've ever had, like one of the best Lincoln rolls I've ever opened was a 54 San Francisco roll from him. Like phenomenal fucking coins. Here's one right now. Beautiful coins. Beautiful coins. You should probably love it because you have the right to hate it and I get stoned to death in public. As children, we were taught how to walk and talk, but the system wants adults to sit down and shut up. Cancel culture runs the world, now the planet went crazy. Label everything we say is homophobic or racist. If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got me too to the rapists. Never freed the slaves. They realized that they don't need to change. They give us tiny screens, we think we free because we can't see the cage. They knew the race war would be the game they need to play for people to big teams. They use the media to feed the flame. They show, they quote, facts don't care about feelings. They know, they won't tell me what to believe in. They show, they quote, say so, they show, they quote, facts don't care about your feelings. Crazy how these people screaming facts, but they fake woke. Hate their neighbor because he wears a mask when he stays home. Has a daughter, but his favorite artist said he slays hoes. Picture up from school, music slaps on the way home. Censorship's an issue because they choose what they erase. There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. I think Black Lives Matter was the stupidest name. When the system's screwing everyone exactly the same. I just want to spend Thanksgiving Day with food in my family without being accused of celebrating native casualties. We got so divided, it's black and white and political. Republicans are bigots, lip tards,
as if you're liberal. There's riots in our streets and it's just getting worse. Y'all screaming thief on the police, yell out genius for sure. They're underfunded already, they're way too busy to work. Order food and call the cops, see what reaches you first. Segregation ended, that's a lie in itself. That was a strategy to make us think they were trying to help. They knew that racism was hot, but they designed it to sell.
Yeah, this was just happened to be one of the top points I pulled. That's never mind. I can't show that one anymore. I failed. I just happened to have a few of them sat out because I was looking at them for some reason. Oh, that reason. Because of that, I pulled out a few. And then there's a good one. Yeah, I think this is a variety, and Chuck has one of these, but it's an RPM. And this is more than an RPM. Because that is a significantly large date, comparatively speaking. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate. They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How we let them make praying a microaggression. Instead of asking God for the strength to keep winning, we cheat to get ahead and then we ask for forgiveness. Feminism used to be the most righteous of fights, but these days it feels like they secretly hate guys. I don't trust anyone who bleeds for a week and don't die. Just can't, but everything else that I said is right. They show, they won't, facts don't care about feelings. They know, they won't tell me what to believe in. They show, they won't, same old, same songs. They show, they won't, facts don't care about your feelings. Next weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Friday, Saturday. 5 days.
I left the stove on, so there's food for you to eat that I hope you choke on. And I wash your clothes with bleach. I left my phone on. Before I left, I cracked your screen and I left a note on. On Twitter, you should read. It says, I'm not sorry for the things I said. You know you deserved it. All the times you wish that I was dead. You made me feel worthless. I'm not sorry for the way I was. And I hope you're hurting. Now I know that I was just in love with the person. Sick and tired of being sick and tired of your bull. The cash I blew on you would have put diamonds on my whole wrist. Honestly, I'm glad that it's over. I hated your friends. I'm happy that I made you my ex. Yeah. I've been waiting to delete your number out of my phone. I know it's you if the color's unknown. You got a short fuse, and I don't need those explosions. I ain't gonna play with your teenage emotions. Welcome to the end. Whoa, the best of life is yet. Whoa, I'm not yours. You don't know me. No more heart emojis. Get it through your head. Whoa, I wish you were dead. Whoa, I hope you're happy lonely. No more heart emojis. Feel like my Instagram post. Leave a thumb up on every status I wrote. If I were you, then I would probably go ghost. How's it feel to never ever let go? Yo, you think you're a snack, but I'd rather have chips. You think making a voodoo doll's gonna make you a witch. You think grabbing on a man's gonna make you rich. And you ain't cute enough to act like a. You got a stocking box. I should've known by your eyes, girl. No one really smiles that much, and I probably should've known it by the way that you lie, cause I don't even like me that much. But it red flags, time to accept that you ain't good enough to get my text back. I know what's good for me, you're a death trap, and I'll be dead before I ever take you back. Welcome to the end. Whoa, the best of life is yet. Whoa, I'm not yours. You don't know me. No more heart emojis. Get it through your head. Whoa, I wish you were dead. Whoa, I hope you're happy lonely. No more heart emojis. I hope you hear your phone, 'cause I was just calling to say you. I hope you read.
Alrighty, I'm shutting her down because I'm hungry as fuck. So you guys enjoy your day. Thank you for stopping by, everybody. Hopefully we get more people up on panel or show some new varieties next time I'll hop up on here. But I'm gonna take some photos of this real quick because this 9 looks real split right now, and I like the way that looks.